the official program. And I have to say this, I was standing up here thinking how privileged I'm feeling to be a part of this today, to be in the room with so many wonderful, wonderful ladies. And two of them are on the executive board of the Women's Business Council. And these two ladies are going to come up and they are going to do the honors of telling you all about each one of our 7 nominees. So Elaine Evans and Cheryl Bowers.
Thank you, Debbie. Welcome everyone today. It's a privilege to see so many of you come out and honor these women and be supportive of them and recognizing them for all they do and have done and will probably continue to do for many years. The Women's Business Council of Marion, Ohio is one of a select number of cities nationally to present the ATHENA Leadership Award of Excellence to a woman or man of distinction each year. The ATHENA Leadership Award was inspired by the goddess of Greek mythology, known for her strength, courage, wisdom, and enlightenment. For many years, the Women's Business Council has awarded this national honor to a professional woman in business who exemplifies leadership and encouragement. Today's recipient will be awarded the beautiful sculpture representing Athena. The Athena sculpture is to honor an individual in the community who meets specific criteria. This individual has achieved the highest level of professional excellence, contributed time and energy to improve the quality of life for others in the community, and actively assist others, particularly women, in realizing their full leadership potential. This luncheon happens in conjunction with the help of many local companies championing the Athena Leadership Award. We would like to say thank you for your help to Affinity Insurance Professionals, All Occasions Catering and Banquet Facility, Aqua, Carroll's Jewelers, Custom Professional Accounting, Fahey Bank, Frontier Communications, Likely Printing and Marketing Solutions, Inc., Magic 95.9, Marion Community Credit Union, Marion Flower Shop and Gift Center, Marion Technical College, McDaniel Motors, Thomas R. Milligan Insurance Agency, Inc., Newport Still, Sims Brothers Recycling, Sisler Companies, Stifel Nichols and Company, the Marion Star Media, the Ohio State University Albert Enterprise Center, the Ohio State University Marion, and Wind Up, Inc. Modern Woodsman has committed to matching the funds raised from the silent auction, which will be presented to the Athena Leadership Award recipients, local nonprofit charity of choice. And Cheryl will now introduce the first nominee.
Thank you. As we announce the nominee, I would like to have the nominee and the nominator please come up, if you would. And my first nominee is going to be Edwina Winnie Brewer. Winnie Brewer is the Director of Food Services at the Marion City Schools, and she is nominated by Stephen Puja. Mrs. Brewer has brought excellence, creativity, and initiative to the Marion City Schools Food Service Organization. Her programs range from free breakfast, lunch, and supper to summer food and weekend meals for the students of the MCS community. Many at-risk community members have benefited from her fresh produce markets throughout the summer and winter. Most of her programs are not a state-mandated requirement. She has demonstrated initiative in bringing these programs to Marion and the Marion City Schools. She has continuously sought funding and used it to significantly increase the number of students eating and creating new jobs for her program. Consistently, the Ohio Department of Education Child Nutrition Services refers other districts to Winnie to help with their programs and has impacted the lives of children across the state. Her addition of the Weekend Meals program has ensured children meal throughout the weekend. The Marion City Schools program has had the state's largest distribution every year. Her creativity and partnering with other local entities ensures that children are fed and our leaders of tomorrow have every possible opportunity to thrive and succeed. Her motto is nourish the body, nourish the mind. With the summer food bus bringing area children lunch as well as free books to take home, she's found a way to encompass her world of food with literacy. Stephen Puja, Director of the School Operations for the Marion City Schools, states, the Marion City School mission is to inspire a community of achievement and Winnie does this every day. Some past and present affiliations is Commissioner of Ohio State on Service and Volunteerism, Women's Business Council, Pioneering Health and Communities, Hunger Movement Initiative and Backpack Coordinator, the Tomorrow Center, Ohio Nutrition Association, the Mid-Ohio Food Bank, Creating Healthy Community Coalition, Buy Local, Grow Local, Marion Food Hub, and the Marion City Chamber of Commerce. The nonprofit charitable choice of Winnie is the Mid-Ohio Food Bank. Please acknowledge Winnie's nomination.
Our next nominee is Jody Demohagens. Jody, would you come up please with your nominator? Jody is Executive Director of the Crawford-Marion County Board of Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services, and she was nominated by a former ATHENA recipient, Angie Corbetta. Jody's list of credentials and professional accomplishments is long and impressive. Even more impressive is her warm, caring heart and her zeal for addiction recovery programming. I have known and loved Jody for many years, said Angela Corbetta, Director of Marion County Recycling and Litter Prevention. We partnered on Marion County's first medication disposal day in 2010. I was touched by Jody's thorough professional approach, all the while demonstrating heartfelt compassion for those affected by drug abuse and addiction. Jody arranged a town hall meeting in 2013 to address Marion's heroin epidemic. A tireless organizer, Jody gathered addicts, families, teachers, counselors, elected officials, and the media for dialogue and education. She works with the Teen Institute youth leaders and helps with countless recovery support groups and suicide prevention programs. Jody has been instrumental in the placement of local sober houses for recovering addicts. Through her efforts, Marion now has a permanent drug disposal locations in the Marion Police Department and the Marion County Sheriff's Office. Jody knows how to bring everyone to the table. It takes courage and humility to organize leaders. She has earned the respect of medical experts, legislators, social workers, teachers, counselors, and those struggling with addiction and mental illness. Always approachable and kind, she saves lives and helps rebuild lives every day. Her approach to addiction treatment is honest, strong, and direct, yet gentle. Jody works on the front lines dealing with one of the biggest problems we face as a society, always demonstrating excellence, creativity, and initiative and grace. Some past and present affiliations and organizations are, she's the founder of the Marion AIDS Task Force, Marion Matters Volunteer, Mid-Ohio Ex-Offenders Reentry Coalition, United Way Board, Marion Community Health Clinic Board, Boys and Girls Club of Marion Board, Marion Opiates Task Force, it's now known as the Sting Coalition, Crawford County Opiate Task Force, Marion Community Health Board, Marion Community Health Clinic Board, and her non-profit charity of choice is Marion Matters Inc. Let's please acknowledge Jody.
Next we have Tammy Galloway. She's a job development coordinator at Marion Technical College Center for Workforce Development, and she is nominated by Deb Murphy. Hard work describes Deb Murphy. Career Services Specialist at Marion Technical College is what best describes Tammy and her achievements. Tammy, for over 27 years, providing a variety of services to individuals as well as companies with training, testing, and employment services. She is responsible for providing assessment services to businesses and industries throughout the Center for Workforce Development at Marion Technical College. Tammy is the liaison between Marion Technical College and a variety of service providers throughout the local community, the state of Ohio, and the United States. In October 2014, as part of the Rapid Response Team, Tammy assisted ConAgra Foods employees on site for more than 88 hours as they transitioned during a local company's closing. Tammy is a certified assessment service provider, job profiler, and facilitator. She also provides vendor-based certification testing. Tammy provides opportunities for women starting, changing, or advancing in their careers. She demonstrates professionalism, compassion, and a continued commitment to each person and their success. Tammy has single-handedly kept the Center for Workforce Development at Marion Technical College afloat for the past 3 years. The Center for Workforce Development previously consisted of 5 employees and now consists of 2. The transition has been quite a task. Tammy quite graciously accepted the responsibility without a complaint. Through this journey, superior commitment to customer service has been her first priority. Some past and present affiliations and organizations is Tri-Rivers Career Center Adult Advisory Board, local and regional workforce policy boards, Ohio Means Jobs Marion Partner, Marion Area Pregnancy Program, Ohio Continuing Higher Ed Association, University Systems for Ohio Talent Development Network Board, and the Marion County 4-H. And her nonprofit charitable choice is the Marion County 4-H. Please congratulate Tammy Galloway.
Our next nominee is Heidi Jones. She's the director of Marion Matters, Inc., and she was nominated by Timmy Thacker, Tara Simon, Michelle Wood, and John Shank. Please come forward and nominate. Heidi has shown great initiative in adding programs to support the Marion Matters Getting Ahead graduates, moving them towards sustainable stability and middle class. Seeing a need for resources and opportunities for the graduates, she established the Financial Literacy Program, which enables them to continue their growth following graduation. Heidi has worked hard to build a program that does not rely upon receiving state or federal dollars by raising significant amount of local funds to sustain the Marion program. Timmy Thacker writes, she is an outstanding role model for the Getting Ahead participants. Tempering her strong expectations with a kind and loving manner, she connects with the participants and assists them in reaching their full potential. Monitoring their goals, she holds them accountable to the promises they make to themselves. She partners with individuals and families to help them build bridges out of poverty, move forward, and survive in middle class. Meeting and training with agencies, churches, and community groups day, night, and weekends, she is able to train their members and officers on how to become mentors and allies to those struggling in poverty. Under Heidi's supervision, 10 Getting Ahead classes have resulted in over 100 participant graduates. Many of these graduates have successfully completed their goals, developed their social capital, strengthened their resources, and stabilized their lives and the lives of their families. Heidi strives to bring all segments of Marion's population together at the same table so that the problems can be seen from all points of view and successfully addressed. Some past and present affiliations and organizations are True Life Church, the Kirkpatrick Food Pantry, Operation Slice of Home for the Troops, Marion Catholic Booster Clubs, Salvation Army's Christmas Drive, Society of Leadership and Success for Bridges Out of Poverty, and Marion Chamber of Commerce Leadership Program. Her nonprofit charity of choice is Marion Matters, Inc. Please all of us.
Next we have Ms. Kiana Revere. She's the owner, operator, and dance instructor for Diverse Meets Dance Studio. She is nominated by Stephanie Toombs and the other parents and students at Diverse Meets. Her students state Ms. Kiana has been an inspiration and a positive effect on my life in so many ways. She lifts me up on my darkest days and reminds me constantly that God has a plan for me. She has made such a positive impact on my whole family. Not only is she an instructor, she is a friend, someone we can go to for advice or just an ear to listen, a shoulder to cry on, or just a good laugh. She always greets you with a smile and a hug. She always makes you feel special and important. Stephanie Coombs states, her vision was for her to meet people where they are at, outside the four walls of her church. Her business's name derives from the word diversity, and on that all are accepted and welcome, no matter what your race, color, or creed. Always the first to step up, no matter what the situation is, and she is the best kind of friend, person, and teacher. Her fitness program with Marion Head Start preschoolers is a way for the youth to dance their way to fitness and encourages children to make healthier selections in food and snack options. She has devoted her time for many local churches and organizations. Her business has allowed women to expand their careers and provides an outlet for women to assist the studio in fundraising, utilizing their talents or passions. She is a mentor to me, and I firmly believe that God puts her in our lives to inspire, encourage, and lift us. Some past and present affiliations and organizations is the Marion Head Start Fitness Program, Marion Center Mall's Kid Fest, the Ohio State University Taste of Culture, the Popcorn Festival Parade and Showcase Stage, regional and national showstoppers, the Martin Luther King Christian basketball tournaments, Pioneering Health in Communities, Voice of Hope, Marion Palace Theater, Marion Boys and Girls Club, Rainbow Singers, and Marion Mayhem Dance Cheer Squad. And her nonprofit charitable choice is the Boys and Girls Club of Marion. Please, thank you for acknowledging the story.
Our next nominee is Pam Stone. And she was nominated by Nikki Workman and Kelly Garrett. And Pam is Executive Director, United Way of Marion and Wyandotte Counties. To remove barriers to accessing and pursuing education for Marion citizens, Pam developed the Value of Education Committee. She created the Pipeline Initiative to expedite social service delivery to those that are actively working to support themselves. To ensure that Marion's elderly residents are able to access necessary medications, she gathered professionals and experts to design the United RX Patient Assistance Program. Pam consistently supports the development of women's leadership, providing female staff with opportunities for personal and professional development. She actively encourages participation in local leadership groups like Women's Business Council, and mentors her staff to navigate in social services and community leadership. Furthermore, she demonstrates what it looks like to deftly juggle a demanding job and the role of motherhood. Pam actively seeks out other local female leaders to design solutions to community problems. She pays close attention to the setup of the United Way Board of Trustees, ensuring that women are given a voice and leadership in the work and focus of the local United Way. Perhaps most importantly, Pam has tirelessly strived for more than 15 years to ensure that all of Marion's residents, including women and especially children, are provided the opportunity to reach their fullest potential through education, support to move to financial stability and independence, and access to basic health care, including mental health. As Pam approaches retirement, Nikki and I both feel strongly that given her service to the Marion community, she is a perfect candidate for the ATHENA Award, states Kelly Garrett. Some past and present affiliations and organizations are Public Policy Committee for the Ohio United Way, co-founder of the Let's Read 20 initiative, the STAND Coalition, also known as the Opiate Task Force, Women's Business Council, United RX Patient Assistance Program. Her nonprofit charity of choice is United Way of Marion County. Let's please acknowledge.
And Lynn K. Zucker, please come forward. Lynn is the Executive Director of the Habitat for Humanity of Marion County, and she's nominated by Sandy Borland. In 3 years, Lynn Zucker has taken the Habitat for Humanity of Marion County to the next level. First, by opening the Restore for Habitat, which has helped individuals develop skills in marketing, sales, quality customer service, and provided the community with a store to purchase items for their home and business. The store employs 3 full-time employees and averages 50 volunteers a month. 4 homes have been built for single-parent households and their families. She facilitated the rehab of 3 homes. Lynn developed the nonprofit organization Square Foot Club for Habitat to bring in sponsors and funding for projects and Restore for Habitat. Lynn mentors the families on how to maintain their financial stability with the goal to break the cycle of generational poverty. She mentors her employees with positive, friendly customer service at the Habitat and Restore. Lynn has taught classes to girls in 4-H regarding savings and spending money after the sale of their livestock projects. Lynn has mentored many members of her parish in a variety of ways. She has facilitated a leadership class for Christian women to help women move into leadership roles in their church, community, and employment. It takes a person with a true compassion and strong belief system to mentor a wide variety of women in all walks of life. I believe Lynn is a person of excellent character and a strong natural leader. Lynn truly deserves this award, and it's my privilege to nominate her for the 2015 ATHENA Award, writes Sandy Borland. Some past and present affiliations are Habitat for Humanity, the Marion County Boys and Girls Club, Marion County Junior Fair, Republican Central Committee, Marion Christian Center, Marion Kiwanis, member of the Community Business Connections, Marion Chamber of Commerce, Women's Business Council, Marion Popcorn Festival, Marion Health Department, Envisioning and Sustaining Marion, and the Square Foot Club for Habitat. And of course, her nonprofit donation choice is the Habitat for Humanity of Marion County. Please welcome you up.
Okay, this is just an amazing group. Thank you to all the nominators as well as the nominees. The nominees truly are amazing ladies in our marketplace and helping everybody in this community be better at what they do. So if you can take a seat now, please. Thank you. Next, I would like to recognize some other terrific ladies who are past recipients of the Marion ATHENA Award. If you would come up when your name is called, I would appreciate it. If you'd stand right behind the little tape on the floor, that would be great. And I'm going to read them in order, please. So, in 1998, we began the ATHENA Award process in Marion, Ohio. This is our 18th year. So the first year, our first recipient was Lois Fisher, and she's here. Come on up, Lois. 1999 was Lori Litzenberger. The year 2000 was Deb Rayford, and they're not here with us today. But Karen Ream was 2001's recipient, and she is here. Karen. 2002 was Ann Lowe, and I don't believe she's here. In 2003 was Diane Glassmeyer, and she's here. In 2004, Elaine Merchant, and I know she's joining us. She's also in 2005 was Sandra Lepard. She's not here. 2006 was Cheryl Rhodes, and she's not here. And 2007 is Vicki Wood. Vicki's here. 2008 was Kathy Masters, and I don't believe Kathy's here. 2009 was Tarina Rose. Is Tarina here? Yeah. Come on, she's up. 2010 was Diane Watson. 2011 was Trella Romine, and obviously she couldn't be here. We sorely miss her. And in 2012 was Judge Teresa Ballinger. And in 2013 was Angie Carvetta, and she's here. And in 2014 was Phyllis Butterworth. Again, it's my honor to salute these women who have done an amazing job in our marketplace. I'm going to come over. I am so pumped for our speaker that we have today. And this lady is coming all the way from Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Don't go.
OH? All right. But this lady is truly a trooper. And we're so honored to have her with us. Jan Davies McDermott is the CEO of Echo Enterprises, LLC. It's a family of businesses. She has an associate's degree in chemical technology from ATI, a bachelor's degree in human resource from Concordia College, trained as a certified business consultant through the Academy of Professional Small Business Consultants at Grand Valley State University. Jan has worked developing small businesses since 1996. As president of the Guiding Light Business Consulting, LLC, Jan has assisted in the launch and growth of hundreds of small businesses over the course of 14 years. This part really gets me pumped, okay? In addition to all the other great things she's done, Jan serves on the International Board of Directors of the ATHENA Foundation. This is the first time we've had someone from the ATHENA Foundation come and share this great day with us in Marion, Ohio. And she's also on the governing body of the ATHENA Power League program. She is on so many boards I couldn't even begin to list them all. She is truly one of the people that keeps on giving and giving and giving. She's a graduate of leadership at Ann Arbor and has received numerous local, state, and national recognitions in both the nonprofit and the profit sector. Jan is the 2005 recipient of the ATHENA Leadership Award. She has received the SEED Outstanding Small Business Award and the Women's Business Owners Southeastern Michigan Lifetime Achievement Award. She was also recognized as one of the 20 most influential women of Washtenaw and Livingston County by Business Review, and was awarded the 2014 Women of Distinction Award of Ann Arbor. Please join me in standing and welcoming this great speaker with us today, Jan Davies Attorney. Someone from the video is going to change out the flash drive for us. He's making his way up front now. So while he's making his way,
There's a flash drive in there. And I already pulled up all the
I know that always allows people to network. What a pleasure to actually be in Ohio and not get food. I'm really pleased about it. Especially after that basketball game, right? I shouldn't remind you. I am thrilled to be part of the ATHENA Foundation. It has become my passion as I exit some of the other businesses I've been in. The ATHENA model is built on 8 principles of leadership that are most valued by women. There was a study done when Martha Mertz started this organization to find out just what were those characteristics that were most valued by women leaders and of women, expected of women leaders. And since we don't have them on the screen, I'm going to read them to you. Authentic self. When you heard these women introduced today and saw them come up to the front, you saw every one of them exactly as who they are. No pretense. They are authentic women doing amazing work in your community. They build relationships, they give back. Collaboration, you heard it over and over again. And when I heard the list of things that they were involved in the community, the same types of activities came up over and over again. They work with each other. They are not rivals. ATHENA is not a competition. They are subscribing to continuous learning, not just their own, but the continuous learning of others in your community. They are fiercely advocates.
about those things that are most important to them and to their constituents. And they celebrate and joy today because we get to celebrate with them all the wonderful things that they've done in your community. The ATHENA Leadership Award, as I mentioned, is not a competition. It is an award received to recognize a life dedicated to excellence, a life of giving, a life admired, emulated by others, a model life, a life that has benefited women, inspiring them to not squander their own talent, but to confidently strive, to continually grow, to reach their full potential. It's an award that recognizes a lifetime of achievement, authentic life wrought with success, and in most cases, wrought with much challenge. As I reviewed these nominations before I came, it became very clear to me what they have given back. Like how they've worked with others to accomplish goals. Like Jody, who's assembled town hall meetings to address the epidemic crisis of drug addiction in the community, bringing together all of the people to the table who need to speak. The parents, the addicts, the teachers, the drug counselors, the elected officials, the judges, the media, to work together towards a common goal. Create strong, relevant communities. Like Tammy, who works with the local community, the state of Ohio, and Marion Technical College to bring together resources that create those relevant programs toward perpetuating a strong workforce here in the Marion area. It takes courage. They have exhibited being fiercely advocate for the causes in which they believe, like Winnie Brewer, whose innate and innovation has the driving force behind eradicating childhood hunger and obesity under that mantra as she was introduced, nourish the body, nourish the mind, by fiercely advocating for good nutrition, for healthy lifestyles, and demonstrating its effect on childhood development and children's achievement. Like Lynn K. Zucker, who advocates for those breaking the cycle of generational poverty by providing housing opportunities, and financial stability for those anxious and willing to create their own futures, not take a handout. These are the individuals who continue to teach and continue to learn themselves how to build valuable relationships. Like Pam Stone, who developed the Value of Education Committee to remove barriers to accessing education for Marion citizens, and gathered key medical and social service professionals to design the UnitedRx Patient Assistance Program so elderly residents can access medications without risking food insecurity. Like Kiana Revere, whose business is committed to educate mentally, physically, and spiritually through dance to build self-esteem and confidence. Like Heidi Jones, whose nominator said, she partners with individuals and families to teach them financial literacy. She builds a pool of allies, agencies, churches, and community groups to train their staff and officers about how to mentor and ally with those struggling in poverty. These are the women who have showered praise and joy onto others, not taken it for themselves. And to those who have helped them along their own path, they give the glory. Like Kiana Revere, whose nominator says she goes out of her way to make others feel special and important. Today we particularly celebrate one of this one person as we administer this award, but we honor all of these nominees, some of whom will be nominated again in the future, and all of the past recipients, and those still to be nominated in the future who have contributed to the Marion community. 17, this one 18, and in all fields, a judge, law, ecology, a historian, tourism, nonprofit, finance, theater, communication, secondary education, the medical field, human service. You saw those women stand here today who've received this award before. There is no one place where these women are making a difference. They are making a difference all across the fabric of this community. These are among the most amazing women in the Marion area. So they received the 18th award this year, and in 2016, your celebration will coincide with Athena's 35th anniversary. There will be a regional summit in Lansing, Michigan, which is where Martha Mertz founded Athena 35 years ago. It was her vision that brought Athena to bear. We hope your recipients will assemble a group of women leaders from your area, plan to help, and help us celebrate 35 years of amazing women and men. In Washtenaw County, our third recipient was a man. And you'll hear me in a moment honor another who's recently received an award. Over the years, the program's expanded. We are now in 200 cities and 8 countries, most recently adding China, the United Kingdom, and Dubai, and soon to be open in South Africa. And the program has morphed from ATHENA Leadership Award to other awards. The ATHENA Young Leadership Award recognizes rising stars who exhibit outstanding leadership and who are destined to lead the next generation. Perhaps there's a place in this community to encourage some of the rising stars evidenced in the greater Marion community by honoring them. Like this young 32-year-old nonprofit executive, where's my ecology gal who's all into food? She runs Growing Hope, which helps those people in poverty learn how to grow their own food and lift themselves into proper nutrition, who ran for mayor and won in a very small Midwestern city. Is there someone here who would like to sponsor young people in the future? Is there an organization who values the young leaders who are emerging, who would like to sponsor the Young Leadership Award at next year's event? The ATHENA Organizational Leadership Award recognizes profit and nonprofit organizations who recognize, support, and develop women to reach their full potential through their initiatives. Do you too have an organization that hires, trains, supports, and promotes women leveraging their skills, talents, and their perspectives on how to solve problems, complex problems, solved simply by simply adding a different perspective? Like this small Midwestern city bank with an 89% female workforce, including senior leadership positions, and the chair of the board, all female. Or, as I read, like a particular United Way I've heard about, which is led nearly exclusively by women, making amazing, innovative change in this community. Is there an organization who would like to sponsor the organizational award for future years in Marion County? I think you see that there are organizations who've been supporting Athena all through the years who deserve recognition. Since 1994, Athena also recognizes individuals who've made an impact on the national and the global stage, who've achieved the highest degree of success in their careers, who have given back to the national or the global community in a significant way, and who've consistently shepherded women or made opportunities available for women to reach their full potential, who are given the Global Athena Award. Some names you might recognize. So Athena nominees, these are your sisters. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Women's Advocate Sally Armstrong, Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, Olympian and Title IX advocate Billie Jean King, former University of Tennessee women's head basketball coach Pat Summitt, and most recently in 2014, Dr. Mary Sue Coleman, retiring president of the University of Michigan. Some of the national award recipients, whose names you may recognize, who have made impact for women across our nation, and who have overcome amazing obstacles in their lives. Former U.S. Congressman Gabby Giffords, and recently retired and the longest serving U.S. Congressman, John Dingell, and of course, Athena founder, Martha Merck. Mrs. Merck found Athena and was inspired by Plato's saying, "What is honored in a country will be cultivated there." In 1992, Athena recognized that supporting and developing women leaders needed to reach beyond award recognition. Athena launched 2 thriving programs. The Athena Connections program provides a model for collaboration established women leaders and university emerging leaders to encourage women to think like leaders while they're still students and prepare for leadership roles along with their field of study. It's a 10-session program. It's based on the tenets of the leadership model. It shares examples of the practical application of the Athena leadership model in real life. It engages Athena Award recipients, nominees as guest lecturers and mentors, and role models for college-aged women. Ohio State Marion, are you listening? Marion Technical College, are you listening? You have alum who are nominees and recipients who could help to bring Athena to your campus. They can lead. Perhaps a connections program is right. Another program is the Athena Power Link program. It's been helping women-owned businesses expand both growth and profitability through the use of professional advisory panels since 1992. It's a proven mentoring process that links an established but emerging woman-owned business with a volunteer panel of advisors recruited from the local community. The panel and the business owner work together for 1 full year to meet the specific objectives of the business owner. A typical panel includes industry-specific advisor, an attorney, a CPA, a banker, a marketing expert, a human resource person, technology advisor, plus any other advisors that woman-owned business may need. Some panels have had such advisors as an image specialist, a real estate professional if they're looking to move locations, a retail expert, a manufacturing process specialist. You get the idea. It's built around that particular woman's business. The panel is tailored to the needs of the individual woman, and the expertise that each panelist brings to the table, the woman business owner also learns to network, to access capital, to implement best practices from the volunteer advisors. Chamber of Commerce, are you listening? Is there a law firm or an accounting firm out there that's listening? What an amazing opportunity here in Marion to introduce a program for entrepreneurial, woman-owned businesses to grow and increase in profitability with the kind of professional help they sorely need, but are too small to yet afford. What an amazing opportunity for local experts to showcase their business's ability and to give back to the community by helping a fledgling business grow, prosper, and create jobs. Athena started as an idea, one woman's vision, and it was her commitment to that statement of Plato's, what is honored in a country is cultivated there. Today we honor the thoughts and the actions, the beliefs, the behaviors, the heart, the spirit we wish to see cultivated here in Marion. Thank you to this community for committing to perpetuating a culture of integrity. Thank you to the Athena men and women as represented by this assemblage here today for leading us into the future, dedicated to a mission of support for one another, of development for our next generation, and honor to cultivate what our future will be. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much, Jan. She made this trip down today from Ann Arbor, as I said, and this is the kind of people that win the Athena Award, people with a dedicated heart. She had an accident on the way down, didn't stop her. She came, oh, she no! But it was, this gal didn't even hesitate. She's getting in that car and she's coming. So, I mean, thank you so much, Jan, and thank you for sharing all the wisdom about Athena. It just helps us highlight and, again, focus on the generosity and the courage of the ladies who have been nominated today. All these ladies that you've met today are true champions. They are leaders with a fierce heart of service to help others. So once again, would you please join me in a round of applause for each one of those people. Well, the time has arrived, and I must say my heart is full. I am so proud to know each and every one of the nominees, and it's truly my honor to announce the 2015 Athena recipient. She is the Executive Director of the Crawford Marion Board of Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services. Please welcome Teresa Martinez. Give her a round of applause. This lady is an amazing, humble individual that just keeps on giving. And I also want to state that her charity of choice is Marion Matters. As you recall, we're going to go and talk about that in just a moment, but all those monies goes to her charity. So I'm going to be able to give you this award right now. Thank you so much for all you do. And look at this.
truly, I am honored to be among such wonderful women. I know all of you, I've worked with many of you. I can't see where Winnie is, but an example, when we do the town hall meeting, Winnie always helps us to make sure we have snacks, which are really important for the town hall meeting, and she does that because she is truly a community partner. I can't say enough about everyone that is nominated, and I really truly appreciate the award. I'm so happy the funds can go to Marion Matters. It's an agency that is very close to my heart. I've been an ally for 4 years, almost 5 years. And I truly believe in their mission, so thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yes, please stand. More from here. Okay, you can be seated. And we've gone one step further because we want to make this a special day. So we are pleased to have a proclamation in honor of Jody from many, many leaders. The first one is Mayor Scott Scherzer. Can you come on up, Scott?
On behalf of the City of Marion, I would like to congratulate all of this year's recipients that were nominated. Certainly the work that you do in this community and the organizations that each of you represent, the good work is, the whole community benefits from that. So I thank you very much for the work that you do. However, today, as just mentioned, will be Jody DeMahajan's day, but she informed me that she is not going to be here the rest of the day. So we may have to give her an extra day tomorrow. From the office of the mayor, it's my pleasure to present this proclamation, and it reads, whereas this true leader has demonstrated her commitment to the betterment of her community by giving selflessly of her time and talents, serving as a role model and an inspiration for others. And whereas she exemplifies the underlying philosophy of the ATHENA Foundation of incorporating the talents and expertise of other women into leadership positions in business, in community service, and in government, not only by her words alone, but by her example. And whereas she has worked diligently over the years to help individuals address many issues faced through their addictions and mental illness, while also being instrumental in helping our community become a better place for those who live and work through the efforts of the same issues. And whereas, through the years she has shown remarkable creativity and initiative, not only in her profession, but also in the various roles for local boards and committees in which she has volunteered her services. And whereas today, Jody DeMahajan joins the ranks of more than 7,000 women who have received this award in communities worldwide since 1982. Now therefore, I, Scott Scherzer, Mayor of the City of Marion, Ohio, do hereby proclaim Monday, March the 9th of 2015 as Jody DeMahajan's Day in the City of Marion and express the appreciation of the entire community for your dedication and commitment Jody has demonstrated over and over for the Marion community. Jody, congratulations and thank you.
Next, I would like to ask our Marion County Commissioners, Ken Stuyvesant, Andy Applefeller, and Dan Russell to come forth. I believe Dan is going to do the honors of reading the proclamation from the Commissioners. Come on up, Andy. You're good looking.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting us here today. I just feel lucky I wasn't one of the judges. There's a great slate of candidates, and I would have had a really hard time picking, but I think the right choice was made this year, so congratulations, Jody. I was told to keep this around 2 minutes, so I better get started here. Our proclamation reads, whereas the Marion Women's Business Council a nonprofit organization dedicated to networking opportunities for women in business, annually presents the ATHENA Award, which recognizes outstanding business and professional women in the community. And whereas the Marion Women's Business Council ATHENA Award recipient for 2015 is Jody Demo Hodgins, who has served the Marion community as Executive Director of the Crawford Marion Board of Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services, Adam H., since 1997. And whereas Jody is a strong and tireless advocate for addicts, families, teens, and mental health workers. And whereas Jody is a strong and tireless advocate for, whereas addiction and related mental health problems are two of the biggest problems facing Marion modern society, and Jody's creativity and initiative are unmatched in this area. And whereas Jody characterizes ATHENA qualities in all aspects of her life. She assists women in reaching their full potential, from helping them simply stay alive to transforming them into new community leaders. And whereas in receiving this award, Jody Demo Hodgins joins the ranks of over 5,000 previous ATHENA Award recipients in the United States and around the world. Therefore be it resolved that the Board of Marion County Commissioners hereby congratulates Jody Demo Hodgins on her honor as the 2015 ATHENA Award recipient and commends her for her dedication, service, and commitment to the citizens and community of Marion County. In witness whereof, we, the Board of Commissioners of Marion County, Ohio, have hereunto subscribed our names and caused the official seal of Marion County, Ohio, to be affixed this 9th day of March, 2015. And it's signed Kenneth H. Stuyvesant, President, Andy Applefeller, Commissioner, and myself, Daniel L. Russell, Commissioner. Anything else you'd like to?
Thank you, gentlemen. All right, all right. We've got to keep Jody standing up here a little bit longer. And now is my honor, and I did not introduce this lovely lady in the beginning because she had not yet arrived. She had a press conference which she's going to share with you a little bit about. But please welcome Ohio State Representative Dorothy Polanda.
Jody, on behalf of the Ohio House of Representatives and myself personally, I would like to issue you this commendation signed by the Ohio House of Representatives and its members. Rather than read the commendation, I would like to tell you a story. I was appointed to the Ohio House of Representatives in August of 2011, and within days, I believe Jody was the very first person to visit my office. And she said to me, I want to tell you about your community. And after a very impassioned visit, she said, now when are you coming to visit? And we made that visit very shortly after. And that was one of many, many visits inspired by Jody to talk about issues in Marion for our most vulnerable citizens here. She is a true leader, a true passionate giver of her time and her talents. And this is so well deserved. Bless you, Jody. If I might indulge a little bit here, this morning we held a press conference at the State House to introduce House Bill 103, and I couldn't have been more proud to be here today to tell you about it. So much of what we heard today about inspiring women to become risk takers and to be entrepreneurs is the motivating feature behind this legislation. Beginning in 2016, the state of Ohio will have a 3-day competition at the State House to inspire and encourage 3 women entrepreneurs, or 3 women entrepreneurs will be chosen from this 3-day competition, and we will mentor them through the regulatory traps, the difficulties they have with government regulations, and this will be followed not only with mentoring thereafter, but with financial help. So please follow House Bill 103. I'm so proud to be sponsoring it and so proud to be here with you today.
Representatives from Modern Women of America come forth, and Terry, can you come up here? Terry is our vice chair of the Women's Business Council Board, and she and many hardworking ladies put together the auction today, and they're going to tell you a little bit about it. And while they're coming up, I just wanted to say, was the lunch good? Yeah. Yeah? Thank you, Larry. in the audience and All Occasions Catering for a lovely meal. And
I want to thank everyone for each of you coming today to celebrate these outstanding women and the spirit that makes a great opportunity and a community to live in and work in. We had a total of 49 baskets this year. As you know, the Modern Woodman will match up to $2,500, and we took in so far $2,200. For Jody's nonprofit organization, which is the Marion Matters. So, and with that match, it'll be almost $5,000. Wow. So if you want to make it to $2,500, continue to donate. Kathy and Lori Seckle and Pam Penny. All from Modern Woodman. So how many of you would like me to read the winners of each package? All of you, right? All right, I'm just going to start out by giving the number of the package and who the recipient, who the winner is. And once the event is over, the winners then can go over to the welcome table, write out your check, and then we will have some ladies there that will run back and get your package for you so you don't have to do that, all right? Okay, package number 1, Cheryl Bowers. Package 2, Laura Seckle. 3, Donna Gilmore. 4, Tammy Millizer. 5, Whitney Maley. 6, Donna Gilmore. 7, Lori Seckle. 8, Lois Fisher. 9, Kathy Seckle. 10, Phyllis Butterworth. 11, Pam Stone. 12, Kelly Garrett. 13, Diane Glassmeyer. 14, Vicki Wood. 15, MCCU. 16, Debbie Ferguson. 17, Pam Stone. 18, Elaine Evans. 19, Elaine Evans. 20, Trina Rose. 21, Kathy Seckle. 22, Lori Seckle. 23, Donna Gilmore. 24, Kathy Seckle. 25, Susan Cheney. 26, Deb Ferguson. 27, Lois Payne. 28, Donna Gilmore. 29, Teresa Ballinger. 30, Diane Glassmeyer. 31, Melinda Johnson. 32, Ken Murray. 33, Phyllis Butterworth. 34, Tammy Millizer. 35, Phyllis Butterworth. 36, Diane Glassmeyer. 37, Teresa Ballinger. 38, Alicia Turner. 39, Donna Gilmore. 40, Judy Loudenslager. 41, Lynn Zucker. 42, Lori Seckle. 43, Elaine Evans. 44, Bev Young. 45, Sherry Kelly. 46, Lois Fisher. 47, Lois Fisher. 48, Joanne Misotis. And 49, Beth Hartzell. So, thank everyone for donating and giving. And when this is done, those that have won the baskets, stop over at the welcome table
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for spending this time with us and supporting the Athena and the fine ladies in our community. Thank each one of you for coming today to celebrate those outstanding women and the spirit that makes Marion a great place to live and work. Thank you.